BranchOut is the largest professional company, the largest professional network on Facebook, a big challenger to LinkedIn, a known company. BranchOut CEO Rick Marini joins us. Good to see you for the second time this week.
Thank you.
I want to talk a little bit about what your company does and how you guys work. I'm longer familiar with LinkedIn. You're often being compared to the two. Compare the two for me.
Sure. So we think LinkedIn's a great service. BranchOut is the largest professional network on Facebook. And there's some big advantages to be on Facebook. One is scale. Facebook has about 850 million active users, where LinkedIn is much smaller. Strength of connection is really important. Facebook is your true support network, your friends, your family, the people that will actually help you get your resume at the top of the pile. And more people spend time on Facebook. 16% of all internet minutes are actually spent on Facebook.
Now, you've got some real strong insight into what's going on in the job market today. But really quickly, I want to play. We got a sound bite from some of the LinkedIn muckety mucks who were on Charlie Rose recently. Listen to this real quick, and I want you to respond to it.
There's, I think, fairly obvious reasons some people want to keep their personal lives separate from their professional lives. And we hear that from members regardless of culture or country around the world.
Yeah, to add in brief form, it's why do you need an office when you have a house? Or why do you need a suit when you have sweat clothes?
Now, of course, that's their approach to the situation. You've talked about the size of the network. What is I was like, Jeff Weiner once said to me, why do you not want to be on Facebook? His answer was keg stands. There are personal things that you might not want to share with a potential employer. But you've heard this before. You've thought about this. Why be on Facebook to try to find a job?
Yeah, we've heard that before, and I think that might have been true 5 years ago. But at this point, because Facebook has that scale, everybody is on Facebook. Right. People are finding their jobs on Facebook. So a recent study by JobVite showed 18 million Americans found their job on Facebook. Only 10 million found a job on LinkedIn. So that's where the people are getting their jobs. So Facebook you can look at as not only the biggest social network, but in many cases the biggest talent pool ever created. And that's where people are finding jobs, is using their Facebook network.
Okay, context established, we know your company now. Let's talk about what we know about the jobs report, even today. What do you see when you look at the jobs report today and what it tells you about where people are looking for work?
Sure. So what was great is that 120,000 new jobs were created.
Right.
What's interesting is when you actually drill into that, 50,000 of those were created in the retail sector and about 22,000 in hospitality. So with that,
I guess it talks a lot about kind of the service level jobs, maybe the age of the people being hired and so on.
That's right. So if you look at where is the U.S. economy growing, it's in those areas, retail and hospitality. And as you can imagine, most of those people, we're talking about waitresses, clerks, cashiers, those people are not on LinkedIn. They're all on Facebook. So Facebook now, the world has changed. Facebook is now the place where employers and recruiters need to be able to recruit, because that's what's growing in the U.S. economy.
It also suggests that, a lot of that work this time of year is seasonal work, but maybe in the last month a lot of that isn't, especially in hospitality.
I agree. I think the U.S. consumer is feeling some more stability, right? So these are November numbers. These are ahead of the holiday season, right? So I think the consumer is feeling like they can go out and spend some money on clothing or taking their family out to dinner, and that's why we're seeing growth in those two sectors.
All right, Rick. We're going to keep this conversation about jobs. Unfortunately, it's a big problem that we continue to face. And glad to have you.
Absolutely.
Emily?